Hi. Hello to everybody that's joining us live today. Let's wait for you all to log on. There you go. Yay! Live. Thank you so much for joining my live interviews. It is an absolute pleasure for you to be here with you today. And of course, one of my favorite guests, Sia. Kolisi. How are you, my darling?
I'm good, thanks. How are you?
Great. I'm so excited to be live with you today. I've been wanting to go live with you for the longest time.
I know.
And I'm so glad that you were able to make the time to chat with me today. How are you?
I'm very good. I can't complain. Yeah, just at home, very cold, and starting with training today again, which is quite cool.
Amazing. You know, the reason why I wanted to do this live with you is because I remember when we first met, and it was at a party or an event years and years ago. And I remember thinking then, what an extraordinary gentleman. And I'm just so pleased that you have gotten to where you've gotten in your life. You absolutely deserve it. You are absolutely amazing and so deserving. And the country truly, truly loves you. And we really enjoy celebrating all of your successes. So we want to know, how has your lockdown been?
Yeah, it's been tough. But luckily we've been able to travel and help out where we can as a foundation. So we've done 15,000 kilometers in car. We've been to 5 provinces around South Africa, and yeah, but it's been tough at home with the kids. They're getting bored now, they're getting tired, but they understand why we have to travel.
Yeah. Have you been doing any of the homeschooling with them?
Yeah, well, Rachel does a lot of that. I try, but they have to teach me sometimes with what's happening. But my brother and sister are all right. They do it themselves, and then my 2 kids, I struggle with. They don't want to work. They want to watch TV all day.
Yeah, I think every parent that's listening understands that plight exactly. Then your foundation has been doing incredible work. Like, I've just seen so much amazing press with you and Rachel traveling in the country, doing the most amazing things for your fellow South Africans. How did you start the foundation, and why was it important for you to start doing this incredible work?
So the foundation, we were on the process of starting it, and then we wanted to do a lot of work at school. Want to work with the youth through that process of starting. And then the pandemic hit us, and then we started. You know what? We can't keep. We can't not do anything. Let's just use our personal sponsors and everybody that we know, and just ask and use personal relationships to start helping. So we started with the hospital in, I think it was in yesterday, Kailicha and Livingston, Port Elizabeth. We supported with PPE. Then the doctor said, we must just try and help them keep people at home. And that's obviously people, if they have food at home, they will stay at home. So we started doing the food parcels around South Africa.
Yeah. You know, I interviewed Alan Wendy a couple of weeks ago, and he's the Premier of the Western Cape. And I said to him, does local government have enough money and enough funds and resources to help all of these people that are losing their jobs and are hungry during this time of lockdown? And he said no. And the reality is the people that are the people that are being fed are all by personal feeding schemes and personal foundations. So thank you so much for all the work that you're doing. It really, really is making a radical difference, because local governments aren't able to cope with the amount of people that are needing that help. So thank you. You are truly a hero in every sense.
No, it's actually mostly like people of South Africa who are backing and overseas supporting and donating, and that's the most important thing. That's what I realized. People are coming together in this time, and like different brands that would normally compete, put that aside and they just work together now to try and help. And I think, every single person that's buying food and then putting their food, like a can or something on a trolley, that makes a huge difference. And that's the important thing right now. We can only come out of this if we all are looked after and we all are safe at home. And the only way to do that is by making sure that you don't only think about yourself in this time.
Exactly. So you start training today?
Oh, we started as you go individually. It's just you alone, and then you.
Oh, really?
So at least it's on the field now. It's not only like running in the street, so I can go in and do my gym, and then I have to. But you don't see your teammates. You kind of drive out, and you
Yeah.
just say, "That's it."
What kind of training did you do when you were in lockdown?
Well, I got a gym.
Bench pressing your children?
No, I've got a gym at home. Unfortunately, Red Bull helped me out, and I've got like my own personal gym at the back and a pro bike. And now, we're allowed to run, so I go for runs as well. We get programs from our conditioning coach.
Yeah. What do you think sport is going to look like in this era of lockdown? Like, what's it going to be like playing a rugby match and perhaps not having any fans in the stadium?
I don't know. Well, it's gonna remind me of my under 19 year when I started playing. It was really empty. It was probably just your parents, your parents or your one parent gave you two tickets. Yeah, but we have to do what we have to do. People's health is the most important thing, and as long as we can play for now, that's the important thing. And people can get to watch it on TV. I think that's quite important. But you can see, in New Zealand they've done well. And they've got crowds in their games, which is quite cool. But the football in Europe, they playing with no crowds on, and it's looking well. So yeah, we'll have to adapt.
Yeah. What do you think was the most important lesson you learned about yourself during this lockdown?
I think I learned it's during like how I feel about what's going on in our country and how strongly I feel about the country, and the fact that I need to use my voice more often. Where I would normally just keep quiet in all the social issues that are happening, and I gotta be the example for. I can't keep on complaining on the side and not saying it directly, and that's why I'm kind of taking a stand on a lot of things that I feel about, because if I don't say anything, none of them will change.
Exactly. You certainly do have a really powerful voice and an incredible career ahead of you. You were signed to Rock Nation, of course. Now you're going to be besties with Jay-Z. What is your future looking like? What are your plans and what are your dreams? What do you really, really hope to still achieve?
On the road, I still want to obviously be playing for winners for rugby with the Stormers, and be consistently in the Springbok team, and we stay number one consistently for the next couple of years.
Yeah.
And I'll have to win another World Cup in the British and Irish Lions. And then off the field, it's just I really want to build a school one day, like a modern school, in the township, and have a boarding school and high class education, so that the kids in the township can remain there, and they don't have to leave the environment like me, get taken out of the township and go, because I believe the kids in the township deserve to see heroes around them at all times, and people that they can look up to and role models. And I think it's really important that people have a choice. They don't have to leave their comfort zone and or the environment to make something out of them in life.
Yeah, that's exactly it. And you are a sensational role model to all of us South Africans. Did you cut your own hair?
No, I know it looks like it. I didn't pay for this. My cousin did. He was supposed to do something else, and he did something else, and I had to let it go. But it was so funny. I was shocked. I did a whole video about it, laughing. It shocked me. Yeah.
It looks fantastic. Shame, I know you don't have a lot of time, and we're really grateful to have you. Thank you very much for chatting to me. Our final question, what is your message to our nation? What do you want South Africans to feel? What do you want them to be proactive about? And what do you want them to keep on believing during this really difficult time?
Obviously, with lockdown happening now, I think, we got to keep on supporting each other and keep on doing what we can, and not only worry about ourselves, but just thinking about others in this time. It's the only way we can make it, and it's the only way we can go forward and going to doing what we love. And let's also get all the other issues that were there before this pandemic, like the gender-based violence, the amount of messages I've got in the past couple of days. It's been really hectic, and in the past I've said nothing, but I think for us as men, it's time for us to stand up. We're not all perfect, we all make mistakes, but keeping quiet and not saying anything is not going to help anyone. And I think we need to start speaking, because this is everybody's fight. And right now at this time, we heard there's a lot of domestic violence, and us as men, we need to start like talking and using our voice, because yeah, it's about time. You know, it's been going so long, and yeah, I think I know for myself, I'm gonna do as much as I can for my platform, and I will encourage other men too. And there's a lot of men doing it, but yeah, we need more, and this needs to get sorted. This, I mean, it has been here before the pandemic, and it's probably gonna be here after the pandemic. We say nothing about it, so let's just make sure that this is the priority. We can't just focus on the pandemic. So yeah, it's really hard. They're seeing the stories and people DMing me, and it's really, because now I'm actually putting my energy in it, you know.
Yeah. You
Yeah.
know, I was thinking, I actually had the longest conversation with Bonnie on Saturday. I messaged her and we were both messaging and in tears because, you know, what happened in the States with the George Floyd and the whole Black Lives Matter is absolutely, you know, life-changing. It's going to change a whole state of behavior with people across the world. But then I kept on looking at all these news reports about so many women, like that young pregnant girl hanging in a tree. Like, it's
Yeah.
devastating. Actually, and there's too many quiet voices about what's going on with the women in our country. So thank you
I,
so much for bringing up that point.
no, 100%, because people think if they don't say anything, it's okay because they're not doing anything, you know, they're not hurting anyone. But you know, the more quiet we stay, the more people are gonna think, ah, it's okay. You know, we need to put pressure. We need to come up with solutions. You know, because a lot of the people need help. You know, they need help, and we just must use our voice. It sounds like that, and hopefully we can do more than just using our voice. We can't just keep on talking about it now.
100%. So, yeah, thank you so much for chatting. Your dog's obviously calling you. What kind
Yeah,
of dog?
it's the Labrador.
So cute. They're the best. You are a legend. We love you very much. Please send my love to Rachel and the kids, and we'll
I
see you
will.
soon.
Thank you so much. Thanks for having me. Cheers.
Love you. See you soon. Bye. And thank you so much to all of you amazing viewers for sticking on my IG Live. Clip will be put onto my YouTube channel and, of course, here on Instagram as well. Hope you all have a beautiful day. Lots of love. Now, how do I get out of here? There you go.